Hello guys! In this video, you'll learn about advanced setting of bulk processing. Introduction. This diagram provides an overview of all the advanced bulk processing settings available in SKYVVA. These settings allow you to control different aspects of bulk processing, such as how records are selected, grouped, queried, and processed. In this video, we'll focus specifically on two important settings: bulk processing order and query limit for bulk processing. First, we'll look at bulk processing order, which controls the order in which records are selected for bulk processing. For example, ascending processes the oldest records first, while descending processes the newest records first. Next, we'll look at query limit for bulk processing, which controls the maximum number of records retrieved in a single query. This helps the system retrieve large data volumes in smaller, manageable portions and reduces the load on the system. We'll explain how both settings work, walk through examples, and show how they affect the overall bulk processing flow in SKYVVA. The other advanced bulk processing settings shown in this diagram are covered in separate videos on our YouTube channel. If you'd like to learn more about those settings, be sure to check out the related videos. Bulk processing order. The bulk processing order controls the order in which bulk baskets are processed. There are two options: descending, newest first. The newest bulk basket is processed first, followed by the older baskets. Ascending, oldest first. The oldest bulk basket is processed first, followed by the newer baskets. How the diagram works. Bulk control board. The bulk control board contains the grouped data in bulk baskets. These baskets wait for processing based on the configured processing settings. Processing order. The system checks the selected bulk processing order. With descending, the newest basket is processed first, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. With ascending, the oldest basket is processed first, number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4.
Processing.
After the processing order is determined, the bulk baskets are processed according to that sequence. Salesforce object. The process data is then sent to the target Salesforce object. Now let's start. Here we are on the bulk control board screen. As you can see, we already have an existing 10 baskets. Now go to the interface detail screen. Scroll down to find the bulk settings section. You can see the bulk mode is enabled. When bulk mode is enabled, SKYVVA processes records using bulk processing instead of handling records individually. The records can be collected into bulk packages, and the other bulk settings control how that processing behaves. Now, let's look at bulk processing order. This setting determines the order in which records are selected for bulk processing. It is especially useful when a large number of records are waiting to be processed, and you want to control which records should be handled first. By default, bulk processing order is set to none. When none is selected, SKYVVA uses ascending order as the default behavior. This means you don't need to explicitly select ascending if you want to use the default processing order. With ascending order, SKYVVA processes the oldest basket first. Baskets that have been waiting longer are therefore selected before newer baskets. For example, suppose we have 5 baskets: R1, R2, R3, R4, and R5, where R1 is the oldest basket. With ascending order, SKYVVA starts with R1, followed by R2, R3, and the remaining basket. If descending order is selected, the behavior is reversed. SKYVVA processes the newest basket first. Using the same example, R5 is the newest basket, so R5 is selected first, followed by R4, R3, and the remaining basket. This option can be useful when newer baskets need to be prioritized during bulk processing. In the first case, we'll use ascending order as an example, and then click Save. Go back to the bulk control board screen. As you can see, we have 10 baskets. 5 baskets contain 50 records each and are the oldest baskets, while the other 5 baskets contain 100 records each and are the newest baskets. When we start processing with the bulk processing order set to ascending, we expect SKYVVA to process the 5 oldest baskets first. Now go to the Scheduler tab. We have a separate video that explains in detail how basket processing works with the scheduler. If you'd like to learn more, please check out that video on our YouTube channel. Now, we'll use the interface scheduler to process the baskets. In this example, we've configured the scheduler to run every 2 minutes. Click the Start button. Here, you can view the last run date and the next run date of the scheduler. After 2 minutes, the scheduler completes the processing. Now, let's go to the Basket tab to check the processing result. As you can see, the system selected and processed the 5 oldest baskets first, based on the bulk processing order setting we configured. Go to Monitor. Here, you can see that 5 messages have been created with the status completed. Each message contains 50 records, as expected. This confirms that the records were successfully processed and sent to Salesforce. So, this confirms that the ascending bulk processing order is working as expected. The system selected and processed the oldest baskets first. Now that we've seen how ascending works, let's move on to the next case and see how the processing behavior changes when we use descending order. Now, let's go back to the interface detail screen. This time, we'll change the bulk processing order from ascending to descending, and then click Save.
Go to the Basket tab.
As you can see, we have 10 baskets in total. 5 baskets contain 100 records each and are the newest baskets, while the other 5 contain 50 records each and are the oldest baskets. In this case, we're using descending order. When processing starts, we expect SKYVVA to select and process the 5 newest baskets first. Now go to the Scheduler tab. Click Start Scheduler. After 2 minutes, the scheduler completes the processing. Now let's go to the Basket tab to check the processing result. As you can see, the system selected and processed the 5 newest baskets first, based on the bulk processing order setting we configured. Go to Monitor. Here, you can see that 5 messages have been created with the status completed. Each message contains 100 records, as expected. This confirms that the records were successfully processed and sent to Salesforce. So, this confirms that the descending bulk processing order is working as expected. The system selected and processed the newest baskets first. Now that we've seen how descending works, now we've seen how both ascending and descending bulk processing order work. With ascending order, SKYVVA processes the oldest baskets first, while with descending order, it processes the newest baskets first. This allows you to control which baskets are prioritized during bulk processing based on your integration requirements. This diagram explains query limit for bulk processing, how the system controls the maximum number of baskets retrieved when the scheduler starts. Scheduler starts. The scheduler job starts according to the configured schedule. Read Query Limit Setting. The system checks the configured query limit for bulk processing. If a limit is configured, for example, 500 baskets, the system uses that value. If not set, the system uses the default value. Select baskets to process. Based on the query limit, the system selects up to the configured number of baskets. For example, if the limit is 500, the system can select up to 500 baskets, following the configured processing order. Processing starts. The selected baskets are sent to workers for processing. Check CPU limit. The system checks whether processing reaches the CPU limit. CPU limit not reached. Processing continues until all selected baskets are completed. CPU limit reached. Processing stops because of a CPU limit exception. Reduce query limit and test again. If the CPU limit is reached, reduce the query limit, for example, 500, 300, 200. Then test again until you find a suitable query limit that allows bulk processing to run without causing a CPU limit exception. Key point: the query limit for bulk processing helps control how many baskets are retrieved and processed at one time, which can help prevent CPU limit exceptions and optimize processing performance. Now, let's start. Here we are on the interface detail screen. Now, let's move on to query limit for bulk processing. This setting defines the maximum number of records SKYVVA retrieves in a single query during bulk processing. It is useful when working with large data volumes because the system can retrieve baskets in smaller, manageable portions instead of retrieving the entire dataset at once. By default, the query limit for bulk processing field can be left empty. When no value is configured, SKYVVA does not apply a custom query limit from this setting and uses the standard query behavior. If we want to control the maximum number of baskets retrieved in each query, we can configure a specific value. For example, setting the query limit to 2,000 means each query can retrieve up to 2,000 baskets at a time. For this example, we'll set the query limit for bulk processing to 2. This means SKYVVA queries up to 2 baskets at a time during each processing cycle. For example, if 10 baskets are waiting for processing, the system first queries 2 baskets. It then continues with the next 2 baskets and repeats the process until all available baskets have been handled. Now go back to the Basket tab. Here you can see we have 10 baskets. Go to the Scheduler tab to start the processing. Click Start the Scheduler. After 2 minutes, the scheduler completes the processing. Now, let's go to the Basket tab to check the processing result. As you can see, the system queries 2 baskets for processing based on the configured query limit, as expected. Now go to check the monitor. As you can see, 2 messages have been created with the status completed, confirming that the 2 baskets were processed successfully. So, this confirms that the query limit for bulk processing is working as expected. With the query limit set to 2, SKYVVA queries only 2 baskets for processing at a time. This setting allows you to control how many baskets are selected for each processing cycle, helping manage the processing workload more efficiently. Now we've seen how both bulk processing order and query limit for bulk processing work. Bulk processing order controls which baskets are processed first, while query limit controls how many baskets are queried for processing at a time. Together, these settings give you greater control over the bulk processing flow in SKYVVA. In summary, this video explained and showed how bulk processing order controls which waiting baskets are selected first. Ascending order processes the oldest baskets first, while descending order processes the newest baskets first. The selected sequence is followed as the baskets enter processing. Query limit controls how many baskets are retrieved at one time. The selected group is then sent to workers for processing. If a CPU exception occurs, reduce the query limit and test again until you find a suitable value. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.